What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Level Up episode. Um, Before I started recording, I put in a few matches in just to warm up, and not to say that I'm trying something new, but it's like I'm thinking for the series. I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna limit myself to a certain pool of heroes. Not wow, look at me. I'm thinking about Dota. Sorry, I'm gonna limit myself to a few fighters, and I'm gonna try my best to try utilize these characters to the best of my ability as I learn. So, in the last few episodes, maybe you saw me using the likes of Ken, the likes of Rose, I believe. Okay, let me just name the people I do use and who I actually want to try use for now. As you can see, I'm using Yoon. This is actually my first time really using Yoon competitively. He seemed like a good character to me, and then I thought to myself, yo, let me actually try use Yoon and learn how to use him. So in this episode, really, it's just me trying to learn how to use Yoon. And so yeah, I'll be trying to use Yoon. I'm gonna put in time with Evo Ryu, Ken, Juri, maybe Chun-Li, Cody, Rose, Sakura, and yeah, I guess that'll be it for now. Maybe one or two people I forgot to mention, like Goken or something. But those will generally be my pool of characters to choose from more regularly than not. So as you can see, the reason I'm doing this is because I believe that first, before you can get good as a player, I don't think it's advisable to try use everyone and master everyone. You know, like that saying goes, jack of all trades but a master of none. So I don't want to end up in that situation whereby it's like, you're average with everyone, but you're not really good at something, you know? There's no defining aspect about you. So that's why I'm starting off with a few of the characters, and just getting to know how their systems work, their spacing, and the strengths and weaknesses of the character. But yeah, really, that's my plan for now within the Level Up series within Street Fighter 4. But more onto Yoon, I guess, as a character. Yoon's strengths and weaknesses. Well, let me start it off like this. Yoon's strengths, from my point of view, are through his spacing, his dive kick, and the strength of his combos. Let me try elaborate further on that. Yoon has got some decent normals, and these decent normals are what I believe make his footsies and his spacing really good. Because you can think about it like this: his crouching jab, standing jab, are really strong, as they can beat out most other trades in terms of jabbing, and these put you at a decent frame advantage, if I'm not correct, if I may say I'm correct. And his standing heavy kick, his roundhouse kick, puts decent. It's got a decent hitbox, and also it knocks the opposite character down. And his standing strong, the standing medium punch is really good, as it can buffer into any of his specials, and pretty much giving you an example to option select of just random standing strongs. So for example, I can be spacing myself with the enemy, throwing out a random standing strong, and then maybe if it connects, I could link that standing strong into a target combo, or I could link it into an uppercut, I could link it to the shoulder or the jump punch, really giving options. Or maybe I could just spam a standing strong and just link it to, for example, EX palm. So it's a decent move, but for example, I wouldn't want to use standing strong against characters like Zangief or Hakan, for example, as your spacing really has to be tight. If they're too close and he blocks, you can reversal it with a grab, with a command grab, and that could put you at a real disadvantage, as you wouldn't want to do that. So with characters like command grapplers, maybe you'd like to use the standing forward, which is your standing medium kick, which is really decent. It has good reach, and it's got good active frames, and gives you, I think it's -4. It gives you a good advantage. If he blocks, you are at an advantage over your enemy. So those are the strengths within his spacing. It's really got good spacing. As the video goes on, I hope you understand this. And of course, as much as I'm not right now, as you can see, I'm still just using Yoon basics. I haven't mastered any of the target combos. I'm still bad at them, so I'm just using the spacing, the normals, and using the strength of the dive kick to get me in some openings and forcing out mistakes. In the last round, Don Ponto, I hope I pronounced it correct, I'd won the first match. In the second match, he beat me hands down. I give him all respects for that. He deserved the win. He outplayed me severely, and I ended up just playing badly because I was just under pressure and I cracked pretty much. And he just took that round. But this time I slowed things down, as I realized that in the second match I was playing to his pace. Now he was dictating the pace, not me. So I just slowed it down to give myself time to think, and I reverted back to the normals and the spacing that I had been practicing throughout practice mode. So you'll see the different moves I've been talking about, like for example the standing roundhouse I just used there to knock him down, and the overhead, a decent overhead to stop his crouching. And dive kick is really good. It's a good mix up, it's a good setup. You can use it to cross up. Dive kick is really one of Yoon's strong moves. And the nice thing about Yoon is that as much as dive kick may be a strong move, he himself as a character doesn't really rely on dive kick. It's like if I don't dive kick, it doesn't really make you a bad character. Like, let me give you a simple, not a simple example, but something I noticed. Like for example, if I'm playing T-Hawk, I find it really hard to get big damage in if I don't either forward dash or try trick my enemy and play mind games into making him back up. If I can make someone back up, or I can dash in with T-Hawk, then you have the chance to deal big damage. As that's a character that needs to get the jabs in and then get close space to either do a tomahawk or a grab. So that is just a simple example. Not saying that's the only way you play T-Hawk or whether I'm wrong or right or whatever. It's just an example. But then with someone like Yoon, you can't say that if I don't dive kick, then it renders Yoon a useless character. No, not really. Dive kick is really advantageous in the sense that it gives you +6 on your frames if you get it right. Like for example, if you do heavy dive kick onto someone's lower half of their body, whether they block or not, you have a +6 advantage. And then from that, you could do whatever you want. You can link the target combo, or you can do the command grab. I think even the EX command grab it's like a 3-frame grab or something. So it's really good. It's really hard to react to, unless of course you are predictable or what. Let's see. Let's either you're predictable or you dive kicked at the wrong height such that it gave the opponent time to react. And so of course the grab can be avoided. You can jump away, backdash. But the nice thing is, if you can vary the lengths of your dive kicks and the timings, or fake them sometimes, you can force the opposition to backdash, right? And if they do backdash, then you could punish it with like low short launch punch, for example. The short launch punch punishes backdashes. So you could be buffering your low short as you're dive kicking, for example. Punish the backdash. If they don't backdash, you can apply pressure. You can apply pressure with the shoulder. You can apply pressure with the crouching short, or you could apply pressure with like dive kick, command grab into target combo, or just dive kick low straight into a grab. And I'm actually liking Yoon as a character. I'm really doing. I am really liking him as a character, and I think I'll put in more time in as I guess we move along in the series. But there are some heroes. It's funny. This time I found myself in a match against a player with 3,300 player points and 16,000 battle points on beef. This is the number 36 best, well, not best beef, but this is the number 36 beef. In, I guess the way when Games Wonders Live works, it takes the average of the region. So wherever the region he's in is the number 36 beef. And well, as much as I may have lost the match, sorry to spoil it, but I'm really happy about I'm really happy about the fact that I got to play someone who's so good, and it's an experience that I never had before, because this is like, I really got to play someone who could, for all I know, this guy could either be someone who's played Street Fighter for a long time, or it could be a professional Street Fighter player, or who knows what. And the fact that I managed to get some hits in, and at least I feel that I never made the match easy for him. So it's decent. It's okay. I'm really happy with my performance. Of course I could have played better. Maybe snacking around or even a win, but I was overwhelmed at the time. I was like, I was still in that whoa, look at his stats mode, and that's how I kinda lost the match. But it's okay. I'm glad. I think I typed to him saying thanks for the game, saying it's a pleasure to always verse someone of such high stats or high skill. He really gave me a chance to do something I hadn't done before, and I guess it was a pleasure to have done it while recording, I guess. It was really good. But in that fight, I think what I got wrong was my spacing. As you can see, when I got my spacing right, I managed to get the big damage combos off. But then most of the time when I got countered or punished, just because my spacing was poor, what I needed to do is just take 1 or 2 more steps back. Just enough to put like a character's width between me and Zangief. But then I always let him get too close. And that really cost me. Like, for example, the super he gave me at the end. I was trying to jump away, but the fact that he was so close meant that I didn't have enough frames to jump away, and then he got me. But that's just the way life is. You live and learn. But that's, yeah. I really like using Ken though, even though I feel like he is. When people use Ken, you'll be like, oh, another Ken guy is probably just gonna spam uppercut, reverse uppercut, punish uppercut. You know what I mean? But as much as some people I've encountered in the past had like disrespect for Shotos, they'll be like, oh, Shotos are the most basic, most balanced characters in the game. It's not so hard to use a Shoto. But I disagree with that, as I believe that every character in the game has their own depth and their own technology. And to use someone effectively, no matter whether they're a Shoto or not, it really takes practice. But anyway, that's just my point of view. This was the last match I had. I don't remember the result of this match, but I have to say this Ibuki blew me up. There are times where I made stupid mistakes and Ibuki just blew me up. There was one round he took convincingly.
I don't remember. But I was just on the receiving end of everything. I was trying to block the cross-ups and the mix-up, but she was coming at me from all angles. And I was so on the defensive now that she could run circles around me. And then the game kind of slowed down at the lag. And then things got a bit weird at times. But it's what you get for playing online, I guess. Playing underwater is the term for it. But I like the match. Ibuki? I was once interested in trying her out, but then I don't know. It's like I said, most characters have different playstyles, and Ibuki's playstyle, when I see it interests me a lot. Like, ooh, these, not like in a technical sense, but just from a cosmetic sense, like, oh, all these ninja, sneaky, jumpy, whatever moves with the kunais and everything. It's so nice to see. But then when I tried to use her, I didn't like her playstyle. Not saying that it's bad, I just personally didn't like it at all, and I just stopped using her. But I feel that Ibuki is average. She's okay, she's decent. She's not strong, in the sense that Ibuki relies on her knockdown setups. That's what I believe. If Ibuki can land a good knockdown, it's really difficult for her to get any damage at all. I believe she relies too much on the knockdown, and if she doesn't get the knockdown, it really gets bad for Ibuki. And for example, in the case of the last round that I won, she never got the knockdown on me, for example, and that's how she never landed a big damage. Now in this match here, she got a bit too careless on the mix-up and gave me time to actually react to one of her mix-ups. That's how I got the ultra off, as it's a decent anti-aim to prevent cross-ups. But that was the fight. So yeah, from my point of view, Ibuki really needs to get the knockdown mix-ups to get decent damage, and I just didn't like that playstyle. I didn't like the playstyle, pretty much. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching me play this episode here and of the Level Up series, and I guess I'll see you some other time. Check you out later, guys and girls and everyone else. See ya.